Okay, and here we are once again. Greetings, one and all. Welcome once again to Tom's Hit Parade Live. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Yes, it is Saturday and not Sunday. I'm doing this a day early from my regular schedule, but there are reasons. I will explain those reasons in just a moment. Nice sunny day for a change here in Oregon. My cat Frank is over in my window, sleeping on my bed, with the sun shining on him. So cats like sunshine, don't they? They do. Keeps them warm under that blanket of soft, fuzzy fur. Anyway, yes, a Saturday live stream today instead of a Sunday, and it's also going to be a relatively short one. This is my monthly bargain bag, as you probably saw from the subline. So this video is probably going to be on the short side, such as the nature of bargain bag now. It's a little bit slimmed down. But I will be making up for that with two videos that I will be bringing to you within the next week-ish. I plan on uploading, and these are actually going to be pre-recorded videos, these next two videos. I plan on giving you one on the 10th and the next one on the 15th, and they will be chapters 2 and 3 in my whole CD collection series. So the first chapter got a pretty good response there, so I've been enjoying doing that. So I've actually got the CDs set aside for that, and I will probably record it after I'm done with the live stream today. But yes, bargain bag today for those of you who don't know. Bargain bag is my monthly hunt for buried audio treasures in the form of a mystery CD grab bag, assembled very hastily by myself with very little memory of what's inside it, but from CDs procured from the bargain wall at Epic Seconds, a CD, DVD, and game store in downtown Eugene. Very nice store. And it's one that I don't talk about. I hopefully I will bring you guys. I keep thinking about it, but I never, when I'm there, I never think about it. Maybe just doing a little video of going inside the store, just showing you what it's like, since you've heard me talk about it for a while and I've never shown it. So, hey, Noah. So, but yes, going on with a bargain bag for the month. Not that I have any reason to rush, because as I said, this video is not going to be very long anyway, but we can always just chat and whatever after bargain bag business is done. But yes, I will be going through the, in rough order, from cast-offs to keepers, the stuff from last month's bargain bag before I go and rip into the new bag. So starting out with a country album, Michael Peterson, self-titled. It's okay. It's 90s country. Nothing really remarkable. The guy's talented enough, but, 90s country. With very few exceptions, 90s country is 90s country. Then we have one that I was kind of looking forward to, but it ended up kind of disappointing me. Not that it's bad, it was just unremarkable. We have Olive Gregson and Clive Gregston, glasses, and Christine Collister with A Change in the Weather. And I had my hopes up with this one because it was on the Rhino label, a subsidiary of Warner. And Rhino is the label that does all those great compilations, fantastic compilations. You'll see plenty of them in my CD collection as we go on into the compilations category. But folk country-ish stuff. Okay, but it was just okay. Then we have a jazz album, Brian Hughes with Shaken Not Stirred. And this is really good stuff, except the only problem with it is that I have a lot of other CDs that sound a little too much like it for me to want to keep this one. So if you like that, I've never cared for the term smooth jazz, but, contemporary jazz fusion stuff, you'll like this guy. Seek him out if you want to. Hey, Anna, how's it going? And next up, we have a soundtrack from a movie I have never seen before, Serendipity. Plenty of good artists on here. It's just either I have the songs or am not interested enough in the songs, or they weren't amazing enough for me to want to keep the CD. Excuse me. We have Annie Lennox and Chantal Kreviazuk, a Canadian singer-songwriter. Sean Colvin, Evan and Jaron. They were a pair of twins who did pop rock music back in right about the year 2000, I think it was. David Gray, Annie Lennox, did I already mention? Yes, I think I already mentioned her. And Louis Armstrong, as well as John Mayer. So Yeah, like I said, a decent selection of artists, but the John Mayer selection on here is one that was on his debut album. The song is 83, so if that hadn't been on his debut album, I might have kept the CD, but well, there you go. Then we have an artist that I've was popular in the 80s, but I never recall having heard about her. She just kind of fell under my radar, I guess. Her name is Pebbles, and she put out only 2 or maybe 3 albums, and then she kind of faded into obscurity. So she had her day. They were relatively successful. Just somehow I missed them. But yes, this is the greatest hits compilation of hers. I kind of liked it. It's that mid 80s, I believe, mid to late 80s R&B pop with a little bit of New Jack Swing in it, kind of like Paula Abdul, Taylor Dayne, that kind of thing. But I don't think I'll be keeping this one because she was relatively close to Paula Abdul and Taylor Dayne, 2 artists I like a lot more. So I might actually keep this one and listen to it once or twice more. Then we have an artist I am familiar with. I have his or their greatest hits CD. It is his Fatboy Slim. And was this their debut album? I can't remember. Halfway Between the Gutter and the Stars. Pretty good stuff. It's a little more beat heavy than the EDM that I usually like. I like my EDM to be a little bit more ambient, or at least a little more mixed in the terms of sonic stylings. But this is pretty much all the songs on here were kind of beat heavy. Not that it's not good. And I think I was on the fence about this one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it because, as I said, I like the greatest hits. So maybe some of the album cuts will grow on me later on. So then we have a Christmas CD that was in last month's bag. I was debating at the time last month whether I was going to skip listening to this one and save it till the end of the year, but I went ahead and listened to it since there were only 8 CDs in the bag, and that's the case every month from now on. Michael Bolton with This Is the Time, the Christmas album. He's kind of a punchline in a way. People throw a lot of crap at Michael Bolton for the type of music that he came out with, but the guy can sing. The guy has got a voice that knocks your socks off. I mean, who else can sing from the gut like he can? I mean, with the force that he can, really. Think about it. But and I kind of like his voice. So yeah, cheesy as it might be, and I'm going to keep this one and keep it in my holiday collection. And the last one for this month, the one that kind of wins for the month, and this was kind of an underwhelming month, I guess. I mean, I liked some of the stuff. I liked 3. I'm keeping 3 out of the 8 CDs, but I like the stuff less than I like the stuff from like last month and most other months. This last one is an artist named Aural. Her actual name is Catherine Lara. She is a French violinist. And so this is kind of like the new age instrumental kind of stuff. And I believe it's all instrumental. There might be one song on here with lyrics. I can't remember. But yeah, nice, relaxing stuff. This is kind of the stuff that you put on in the background, like if you're doing chores around the house, or studying or doing work or whatever. Just when you want something kind of in the background, some relaxing stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. A unique sound that crosses many boundaries: classical, jazz, rock, folk, and ballad. Which is, that might be overselling it, maybe, but I like the stuff, and it kind of reignites my new age phase that I have mentioned before, that I've gotten back into. It was one of the first genres of music that I ever got into back in the late 80s, and so now it's thanks to that binder haul from a couple of months ago. And this is by the way, on the Higher Octave label, which was a pretty well-known instrumental and new age label back in its day. So, not that you guys really care about that, but yeah, it is. She is very relaxing, and yeah, if you like violin, new agey violin stuff, give it a try. So, and yeah, I guess I try to flesh out the winner albums of the month, because I don't do random spotlight CD reviews anymore, in hopes of extending the time of the live stream. But I don't know. Hey, this channel is forever evolving. Some videos will be better than others. I've come to accept that, so what the heck. So I will try to make as much fun as possible out of opening this month's new bag. I'm trying to be as, well, I try to be as neater with it, but then I have to reach into way too much bag to, it becomes a little cumbersome. So let's do this. Okay. And as I mentioned before, I put the CDs in a different direction now, so it does no good to give you guys a peekaboo. Sorry. How thoughtless of me not to give you guys the peekaboo every month. That sounded kind of dirty, didn't it? Anyway, moving along. The first disc in this bag is Dirty Vegas. I've heard of these guys. I'm not sure what kind of stuff they do, but I thought, hey, if I'm buying CDs and they're a quarter a piece, why not give it a try, right? Next one we have, oh yeah, Diana Ross. I actually have this one on LP, so I'm not sure why I bought it. Very, very good album. It's Diana Ross moving past her Motown years into kind of, well, post-disco. I was going to say her disco phase, but this is post-disco. Two of her biggest hits on here, I'm Coming Out, which has, thanks to its title, in the late 80s and beyond, kind of became an LGBTQ anthem, and one of the best ones out there in my opinion, as well as the song Upside Down. And if you have not heard the song Upside Down by Diana Ross, it's one of my favorites from the 80s, so very good song. And now that I just talked all the way about the CD, I'll probably just repeat that next month when I'm reviewing. Then we have Marshall Crenshaw. I've heard of this guy. I don't think I've ever checked his stuff out. I assume he's country folkish, maybe country pop or folk pop. I'm not sure. And I'll find out over the course of the next month. So yes, this is his album, Life's Too Short. Put out several albums, as I recall. So then we have Kenny Babyface Edmonds. He is he's mostly known as a producer, I believe, of R&B and hip hop artists. So, and I wasn't aware that he ever did any actual albums of his own. So that was reason enough for me to pick this up. It is an album called Playlist. So produced by himself. Always up for trying out some R&B that I had never heard before. Then we have Uptown MTV Unplugged. I believe this is Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Christopher Williams, Heavy D and the Boys. So the R&B and hip hop genre covered by MTV Unplugged. So should be interesting to hear. And then we have Jeffrey Osborne. Yeah, I've heard a few of his songs here and there, but never really gotten into his stuff. And so I'm not sure if there are any hits on this album or not, but yeah. Definitely, as I said, the R&B and soul. I think he's more of a soul singer. Yeah. Never afraid to give that a try. And the next one we have is The Best of Billy Dean. Yes, a country artist from the 80s, 90s. Oh yeah, from the 90s. Original tracks 90, 91, 93, 94, 95. The compilation is copyright 2000. So, in case you really wanted to know that. And then the final CD in the bag. I like doing that. We have, The Black Kids with Party Traumatic. I think I've heard of these guys. I'm not sure what kind of music they do. But some kind of, I want to say it's like indie rock, possibly in a punkish direction. So we will find out. So there we go. Nice little batch of tunes for this month. Oh my gosh, I'm not even 15 minutes, and I'm like done with the actual business of today's video. Anybody want to ask any questions? I told you this was going to be a short video. I told you going in, so here's a piece of the bag. So I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, as I said, I will be recording for later upload, my next 2 chapters in my whole CD collection. That's a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing that. But yes, I will be uploading those videos probably on the 10th and the 15th because I will be gone during that time. I will be, as I mentioned in my last video, I don't know if those of you who may not have watched my last video, I will be a groomsman at my little brother Noah's wedding. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting and fun, and I would not otherwise splurge on 2 airfares within 1 year, but it's like, hey, when Noah asked me to be his groomsperson, it's like, how can I say no to the guy? It's going to be worth it, I gotta say. And yes, I gushed enough about it last month that I'm going to try to refrain from gushing about it too much this month. But anyway, yeah. And can show you a couple of CDs I got. So I guess part of this video will be my recent acquisitions. Yes, I got, I think I've talked about this guy before. Stromae, he is a Belgian artist who's kind of a blend between R&B, hip-hop, electronica, in that realm of things. I discovered him. The story of how I discovered Stromae, I will talk about in my, I plan on covering this CD in my Spankin' Platters for winter. So I will tell you the story of how I discovered Stromae at that point. And also Tears for Fears, The Tipping Point. Kind of had to pick this one up. So yes, I will be listening to those fairly soon. I'll probably rip them to my phone and listen to them on my trip. So yeah, taking a lot of videos on my tablet of movies that I've been able to rip from DVDs. Yes. Don't tell the authorities on me. I do it for my own personal use. But yes, I have a little software program. I won't tell you what it is just to avoid getting in trouble, but able to rip DVDs, but not Blu-rays, into MP4 files so I can enjoy them on my tablet when I'm out and about and stuff. So yeah, plenty of movies on my tablet and music on my phone to keep me occupied. So, but yeah. Gosh, is that all I have to talk about? I guess it is. Oh, yeah. I noticed after I finished my playlist video last week, I closed all the windows on my computer, and the last one that was sitting open was the musicians' passings or deaths that I was all set to talk about. And of course, as soon as I started my live stream, that went out the window, out of my little brain. So I will cover those in my March playlist video. It might just be depending on how many musicians pass this month, it might be an extra long liner notes segment at the beginning. So yeah. My memory is not the best sometimes. I get sidetracked and something just goes right out of my head. So yes, so that was a funny little story about last week's video. Yeah, yeah. This makes, I think, 5. Yeah, I've only had 3 so far, and plus these 2. Hopefully, it looks like the next month is going to be picking up a little bit. Almost every week, there's at least one album that I'm interested in. Yeah, the weekend that I'm gone on vacation, Bryan Adams' new album is coming out. Not sure if I'm going to bother. I'll probably stream it at some point. Maybe I'll stream it when I'm waiting at the airport for my flight. Who knows? If they allow streaming, yeah, they do. They do in the airports anyway. I'm just going to start thinking out loud there. But also, Colin Hay is coming out with his new album of originals. He did a covers album last year. That's why he's putting out 2 albums so close together. And let me look on my Google Calendar for the other albums that are coming out in March, because I can't remember them right now. Colin Hay on the 18th, Maren Morris on the 25th, so I'm looking forward to that one. And Sander Lerche is coming out with his new album on April 1st. And on April 8th, we have Orville Peck. His new album's coming out. I'm really excited about that one. And Joe Satriani. So yeah, that's a double dip for April 8th. So And I have not looked at album releases beyond that, so I don't know what else is coming out after that. So, yeah. I saw your last comment there, Anna. Really, just one album, huh? Yeah. It can be kind of funny because, yeah, sometimes, I've heard several people say that 2021 was a fantastic year for music, and I thought it was more of an okay year for music. And the opposite was true for 2020. I thought it was excellent, and a lot of other people thought it was kind of eh. So, or maybe I've got the years switched around. Oh, a fun little anniversary that I just found out about an hour ago. 45 years ago today, March 5th in 1977, they began recording the score for the original Star Wars movie. So there is a noteworthy music anniversary happening today. So yes. Fun stuff. One of the best movie scores of all time. Period. The end. Not the end of the video, although it kind of almost is because I'm running out of things to talk about. But anyway. So, gosh, yeah. Yeah, I fly out on Thursday. So, yeah, trying to remember, the last minute things to do, things to pack. You know how it goes for those of you who travel a lot. Yeah. Of course, my hotel will be right in the middle of what may very well be one of the largest and most useful shopping districts in the entire city of Tulsa. So if I forgot anything, I can walk like 5 minutes, a 5-minute walk, and I can probably buy it. So I shouldn't have to worry too much about forgetting this little thing or that little thing in my luggage when I leave. So anyway, yeah, water time. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Unless we just want to sit here and stare at each other. But yes, I guess I will go ahead and sign off for that because I do want to start recording my next CD collection video. So yeah, this was fun. Thank you guys. Oh, one more comment. 10-minute. Yeah, that's true. I guess Tulsa is not exactly a sprawling metropolis, is it? But yeah, I'm going to have fun. Even outside of the wedding festivities, I'm going to have a huge amount of fun. So anyway, yes, I guess that'll do it for this almost pathetically short video. But yes, that'll do it for my bargain bag for the month of March 2022. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, hit that like button and share it with your friends, and give me your thoughts, questions, suggestions, or constructive criticisms in the comments section below. And also scroll down to the description for the links to my Twitter and Instagram feeds, and links to my favorite fellow YouTubers who are all worth checking out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and browse my past videos, and be sure to ring that notifications bell so you'll be the first to know each time I drop a new video or go live. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember, life's too short to be a music snob.